Random, but okay. But what was I gonna say? They keep asking you. You keep asking them for the code, and I just say, "What's the on-screen code?" and just sign you in. So like, I like stealing jobs. It's fun.
Okay, I haven't gotten a ping yet. Excuse me. And I bet you, as soon as I go live, he's gonna DM me or something. Excuse me. It's been a minute. It's been a
Who's in the
minute.
background?
My brother that I trying to tell him to be quiet, but
Oh, right.
well, no, I'm not trying to tell him to be quiet. I have told him to be quiet. How many people we got then? It looks about 20-ish, 19. Not bad. And the ping hasn't gone yet, but it's just really awkward because
There it is.
ping's going out. Lovely job, Lee. This is very awkward because there's no music playing, and usually there's a little bit of music to.
Can you hear it?
I can't hear the music now.
Oh, that's
Codemasters
actually sad.
can't put out a game with music, but wow, I mean, we got a very full grid out today. Very, very exciting as people are going to
Has
start
someone just
flocking
left?
in. Fuck is here. Hello. Someone has just
I think
left.
someone just left because we just had 19.
Well, it seems to be their loss as we're about to go in 10 seconds.
My loss,
Magnus
absolutely.
Baby. I don't know who a Magnus or what a Magnus is.
Fuck is
Ah,
Magnus.
fuck. Okay, one of the drivers then. I have not studied the grids, I will be completely honest with you. But hello everyone, welcome to Portimao for the first race of Season 6 of Formula Virtual. It is the Dave Alvin, the retired person who is no longer retired for this league only. I just have I've unretired myself in one league because I felt like not doing it was weird, but then doing too much of it was the issue. So I'm gonna try this out, see how this goes, but it's gonna hopefully I'll be with you for a whole season this time round, which there's many times I've said that. Matthew works a very late job. So I should probably say set the standard for the rest of the season. Matty will either be A, very, very last minute onto the comms, or B, very, very come in mid-session, or C, it's going to rain. But no, or C, he won't show up at all, and Ace is here instead. Hello, Ace.
Hello. Yeah, we're in full qualifying.
Yeah, wet qualifying, I think the format's changed slightly now, hasn't it? Full qualify, no, 18-minute qualifying.
Yep.
But they've changed the race distance, have they not?
Nope, it's still 50%. It's 100% races for F2. That's what it is.
Oh, okay, I don't remember. I mean, I did the whole ceremony on it, but I forgot. Went
You forgot
in
most of it.
one, went out the other. So, taking a look at the grid today, I'm just trying to look for some familiar and new names. We got Tristan, Anna Williams. We got Charlie, who's a new name for me. Oliveira, in Division 1. Troy, of course, returning champion. Jacobo, Victor's a new name. Oliver, Checo, IRS Pink Eye being promoted to Div 1. Definitely deserved seat. Verify still here. Jetpack still here. The Monster in Mercedes. Some new colours there. Josh Tomo still staying in Alfa Romeo. Fraser Fishy, TTL Jack. Marin.
Margin is what I mostly called him. Not sure.
Margin. It will not rain in the race, says Oliver. Thank you, Oliver. Josh Tomo, you've been replaced. No task this season, so I was going to say your job's back on, but Oliver's now taken your job. So, Josh, you're a bit slow on that one, my friend. Thank you, Oliver, for becoming the new Channel 5 weatherman. And Sandstorm racing in a in a Red Bull. Interesting.
Yeah. Went from
Gone.
Williams TP to just staying FA, then getting a seat. I think he's just invalidated, meaning this lap for his first one won't count.
Well, I don't know who's coming. Where's the track map? I haven't done this in so long.
Yeah, Sandstorm's invalidated on turn 15 on the exit, so his lap won't count.
So who was the first one across the line? I think it was Sandstorm.
Charlie. It was Charlie. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Charlie.
looks like it. Purple sector. Who's the other commentator? What, me or the other one? The other one is Ace. Me is Dave Alvin, or Cameron, or Cam, or
I'll go tell him. Don't worry.
That guy who likes Alvin and the Chipmunks, or whatever. Whatever I'm called is whatever I'm called. Well, wet qualifying is definitely an interesting one as we have first disconnect of the season. Yeah. Checo sadly hitting the disconnect button.
Yep.
For that early on. First season disconnect. Many more to come, ladies and gents, but I think we said it was Charlie who just came across the line first. But it might be an Alfa Romeo in front. Jacobo's at Alfa Romeo now, that's interesting.
It was, yeah, he's
but
Alfa Romeo.
Charlie, a 128.637 in the wet.
Then it'll be Josh.
Followed by Josh Tomo, 129. Tristan with a 128.3. Red Bull and McLaren cross. Red Bull being
Fraser
Sandstorm
Fishy.
invalid. Fraser Fishy, 129.02. Next one across the line will be the two Alpines of Victor with a 136.6 and Verify with a 129.3. 129.613. And then it will be a Ferrari that has been invalidated, and there is a car in a wall.
Evan just in the gravel trap, so, and he was on a lap, so that's gonna be annoying for him. Troy,
And that was Troy going quickest of the
up to
bunch.
P1.
Hasn't lost anything over the short break between the season. Doing what some people might say, doing goat things. There's a Ferrari off the track, probably jetpack bar. It is.
It is.
Some things just do never change. Oliveira 128.8 in P4 above Fraser Fishy currently on the timing sheets. McLaren up pretty high. Haas hopefully will be wanting to go back for that Constructors' Championship, but it is all to witness today to see how this season's really going to shape out with the drivers and the team transfers. That was Jacobo 129.425. Other Alfa Romeo, I think, just crossed the line on an in-lap. I don't think there was any improvement there. Red Bull there. Also, I think that was Sandstorm again, but it is invalidated again. As Jetpack's engineer, he laughed. What, at my joke? Oh, comedy. Comedy, everybody. He even hits F1 drivers in the cockpit. Shout out to Jetpack. Josh Tomo,
just
who
tried.
has it? Sandstorm will probably, based on current trends, struggle to set a lap. Troy has gone even quicker with 1:27.684. I think there is no doubt this track will be drying up, so there won't be any soft cheap outs, I assume. There's a yellow flag, sector 2 for an Alfa Romeo. I think that might be, I dare say, no, it was Josh Tomo. Bold of me to assume to go straight to Jacopo. My apologies. The Monster hasn't set a lap yet, just gone purple sector 1 allegedly. But I do not know if that is completely accurate. IRS Pink Eye as well for Haas. Charlie has just gone fast this lap with a 1:27.612. Very close between those top two. Charlie could be a competitor for Troy throughout this season.
He's only a reserve.
He's only a reserve?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Wow. Who's the driver he's standing in for?
Rick.
Oh, Rick's still racing?
Yeah, he joined back for the season.
The Monster 5-place grid penalty, and Evans out, sadly. So that will that's a non-competitive lap time as well. So it's going to be right at the bottom. IRS Pink Eye 1:29.931. Maybe wet, not being the strongest conditions.
It's just there at 29.
It did just set a 29.1. Thank you. I did near slipping there on the curb. But I think maybe if this is the performance Charlie can put out, if he puts out a good performance today, he might be moved out of his reserve seat. But of course, Rick is a very hard man to replace, and Rick is quite a valuable asset to teams. He is quite quick, and the other Mercedes driver of the Monsters also pretty quick as well. So he's got to really put in a great performance today. To try and prove himself worthy of a full-time seat. There is a Alpine, sadly caught up there in a little bit of traffic, causing a few yellow flags.
Yeah. Olivier on his last lap was 6/10 up in sector 2, invalidated turn 15 exit.
Oh yeah, just said he was a 10th up on that lap, and he's just invalidated.
Yeah.
Who was that jumping to the top of the leaderboard? That was Josh Tomo into third, 1:27. Doing there, putting it up high for Alfa Romeo, it seems.
That's
just on a general about now.
Spinning.
I don't know how to say that AlphaTauri's name, and I kind of am not in the mood to butcher it. I'm going to call him the QRT driver for now. And until I get confirmation, or probably after the race, I'll just at him and ask, how do you say your name?
26.5. Or is it 26.6, sorry?
26.651 for Troy.
Almost a second up on Charlie.
That is, yeah. Oh my god.
Charlie is 4/10 up on this lap, though.
The sandbags are off, or the track is drying.
Both?
Probably both, yeah. You usually hold up quite early on in qualifying, and towards the 4-minute mark is where you start putting in the banger of a lap times, and we ever get close to that 4-minute mark. Oliver F1 in the Aston Martin, actually pretty high up, doing pretty well for himself. 1:28.144, a bit off the pace compared to what Troy's currently setting, but P4 pretty respectable. Maybe a bit more pace in there, as he has had to back off on this lap, yeah. Alpine behind him there, I think it's Verify. Verify 6 seconds up, so obviously having a few stoppages or accidents on that lap.
What? Aston Martin, though. Looked like he was going off track.
Oh yeah, I thought I did see something, but I didn't want to say anything in case he wasn't, but... Verify now gonna go set a proper lap, so we'll keep an eye on him as he goes around.
It's a fishy big snap oversteer on the exit of 10:15 as well.
Driver struggling for conditions. Jack not having too great of a qualifying right now. 1:29.206, maybe wet conditions not proving so easy, or maybe a little bit of sandbags. Oh, who's that? Oh, Jacobo at turn 3. Having a little bit of moment on the grass there. I have heard from someone that these cars are a better lawnmower than they are racing cars at times. So maybe he was just testing that theory out a little bit. Tristan, a name I haven't heard personally, but doing pretty well sitting up in P5 right now for my first witness of performance, a 128.324. Doing pretty well. Obviously competing with some quite tough. Well, speaking of margins, margin has just gone up into P3. Competing with some tough margins. Pink Eye, showing that the hash strength is still there. 127.842. P4 that puts him, by the way. Behind the QRT driver. Victor. Is Victor a reserve driver, or is he a new full-on signing for Alpine?
I think he's a full-time.
Ah, so I'll be seeing more of him. Is there any other reserves in here other than Charlie? The Monster! P2! 127.587. The Monster putting in a stonking lap. There. But, sorry, back to the original question. Is there any other reserve drivers on the grid as it stands?
Don't think so. I think,
Ooh.
Charlie might be the only one here.
Jetpack
retired.
Jetpack didn't set a lap. That'll be plumb last, sadly, for Jetpack. Tristan has done actually really well. Put himself up into P2 in that marginal fight with Troy, a 126.653 to a 126.651. 0.02 of a second between those two. And then Victor slides in between Tristan and the Monster with a 127.483. Possibility of a drying track, but I doubt the rain is still coming down. Look at my signing. Troy A pooping in his pants. Maybe quivering in his boots. I wouldn't say he's pooping in his pants just yet.
Looks like Ed selected the softs for a second.
I'm not looking at tyre compounds, so you have to keep me updated.
I am at the moment because it's wet and I want to see crossovers.
Social media
team. He did select.
Social media team would kill me if they saw if I had all the stuff on screen. I can barely get away with the track map. They want their content for their season opener, so I'm gonna have to give it to them one way or another. Because they got to do their job, and then we get to go with. You get to take more people racing, and that's always a good thing. Jacobo going wide there. I don't know if that's rain or just couldn't get the throttle down right, or couldn't get the brakes down right. But yeah, just looking at taking a general look-see round. Fraser Fishy P3 on an invalid lap currently by 127.017. Where's Sandstorm?
Improved by 9/10, didn't improve position.
Yeah, but his original lap was like a 130 something, wasn't it? Not
a 130.3. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was quite a bit off the pace, but now he's approaching back end pace, which is definitely it's better than what it was originally. So I think he should be celebrating in that retrospect. Yellow flag, Aston Martin, Oliver F1. Yes, it was. Checo up in P5. I'm just trying to place roughly where these newer names fall with one another, because of course it's probably your guys. And definitely my first time seeing these drivers, so I'm just trying to place them roughly, not compare them per se. I'm just trying to get a gist of their skill compared to the people who I know. So I know the Monster can set a pretty stonking lap time, and I know TTL Jack also just actually put in a good lap there. Usually takes him a few attempts, but there it is. I'm on 127.202. I know where some of these drivers lie because I've seen them before, and I'm just sort of like being like, okay, this one can prove a challenge. But of course, you need more than one race, more than one circuit. You need to change around a lot more variables. You need to have a dry race, a wet race, a different track, street track, short track, long track, to see where they truly lie in terms of skill. But CPI Troye into the 125s now, 125.942. I am starting to think the track is drying up. I don't see any more rain falling, actually, on that note.
Yeah,
Track is
there
drying.
is some wind for me. But
There
it
is
doesn't
a
look
little
like anyone's
bit.
going on the softs.
Little bit in sector 1. Like, no, even if the rain has just stopped, no one should be going onto the softs. It is, the track is still very much dry. Oliveira, P8 currently for McLaren on 127.504. I knew there was always something off about that McLaren. They're missing their side pod sponsor, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oliveira actually
Looks
just
a bit
going up
weird.
into third on 126.691. I am
improvement.
I am starting to think we are on drying track, or at least there is a dry line forming now.
Yeah.
Ids has just gone P12, 1.2 second improvement. I'm trying to look at the people towards the back to see what their lap time improvement is, to see if we are really dealing with a drying track here. Sandstorm about to come across the line shortly. I think same with Pink Eye. As the checkered flag's out, I haven't even realised qualifying's over.
Oliver jumping up to P4.
Yeah, Oliver comes across the line. So the last person to set a lap will be one of the two McLarens. Sandstorm improves marginally, but stays 17th. Who is this now? I think that is Checo, but he's already taken the checker flag. Will come across the line. FRL Charlie now. Last shot at sticking it up high on the boards. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 126.2. It's P2, 1.4 seconds on the dot improvement. That was an Alpine
takes it off him.
Sorry, that was a Williams across the line. Tristan, you're right. That was an Alpine across the line of Verify P11. We got a McLaren now of Oliveira into the pit lane. Josh Tomo takes the line P4. Next McLaren, Alpine's across the line. Never mind, into the pit lanes. It's a Red Bull of TTL Jack. TTL Jack takes P7. Alpha Tauri, IDS, P13. Other Alpha Tauri of QTR driver going into P9. And who was that behind him? One of the Haas drivers, RS Pink, I think, taking P7 there. And one of the McLaren drivers, Fraser Fishy, taking P4. And that is everyone across the line.
Wow.
Mad dash towards the end of there.
Yeah. Qualifying over now.
Yep,
we have the grid.
Yep, grid is all ready to go. CPI Troye going to be lining up on pole for the first race of the season. He's done pretty well to secure that. Definitely tricky qualifying for the drivers, but handled it very well. So in about 3 seconds we're going to see the grid, and I will take you through that. Right now it's going to be CPI Troye for Haas on pole, followed by Tristan, a new driver for Williams Racing, and FRL Charlie reserving in for Rick P3. The rest of the grid: Razor Fishy, Josh Tomo, Oliveira IRS Pink Eye, Oliver F1, TTL Jack, QTR driver Victor, the monster with a 5-place grid penalty, Checo, Verify, IDS, Jacobo, Sandstorm, Evansong, and Jetpack Bar will be starting last, sadly. The monster picking up that 5-second grid penalty for a collision with Evan, I think that was.
Yeah, I think that might be why he retired. Might have had a spin.
That is, yeah. I didn't see the accident, but I think I can put 2 and 2 together and confer that that is the incident that happened. As stated, it is a dry race. Josh Tomo not doing his job. it was Oliver. I will still wind up Josh Tomo about the fact he did not give me my weather. So yeah. Tristan says he is better in the dry. Let's see you take on the reigning champ then. It's going to be a very interesting start if that's the case. I believe we have a formation lap. So we do get a little bit of suspense building on this front row action to kick off on lap 1. Let's hopefully not have a lap 1 safety car. Hopefully no lap 1 of the season safety car. That would be...
Isn't it reduced?
It is now reduced, yes, but hopefully let's not have such a catastrophic incident that one somehow appears.
Yeah, but I was going to say during qualifying, but Checo has actually been in the Div 1 grid before. I don't remember his username, but he was racing for Merck last season.
Carlos Sainz?
Yes.
Carlos Sainz!
Yes.
Oh my god, I remember, oh my god. Yeah, Carlos, he's back, oh my god.
I thought you'd remember.
No, he was great. I remember him racing in Miami, that was a great race.
Did he race Miami?
He did race in Miami. Maybe not Div 1.
He got P3. No, he did, he got P3.
Yeah, he got a good podium, I remember. It's a great race. Few hurdles, overcame them really well. So, interesting circuit Portimao is, of course, being added later on in the stage of the game, and it's not a circuit we actually race at with the 2022 cars, so it did take the drivers some learning to do, assuming they did practice. Hopefully they have. Let me set this all up so we're not going to have any issues. We'll take a quick look at tyres. It is mediums from the front two of CPI Troy, Tristan, hards for Charlie, mediums for Fraser Fisher, Josh Tomo, Oliveira, hards for Pinkeye, softs for Oliver and Jack, mediums for Martin, hards for Victor, Checo and Verify, mediums for Ids, softs for Jacobo, mediums for Sandstorm, the Monster and Evan on softs and Jetpack on the hards. Very, very different tyre strategies across the grid, and it's going to make for a great race. Of course, a small update to the game made it so that you can bring different tyres to race days, and that has offered a wider range of strategies, and I think that's reflected in tyre choice today. It's going to be very interesting. Ace, what do you think about what's the best tyre choice around the circuit? What's the best strategy?
So I've already been given insights from SR on setups and strats, and I've been told already hard medium or medium hard is best. But I do have an idea of what Jacobo's doing.
What do you think? Soft to hard?
He's already said he wants to try soft medium.
Soft medium?
One stop.
One stop. It's going to be very interesting. One stop with softs. You'll have to see how long they go for. I don't think they'll go that long. He'll have to play the tyre preservation game, so we're going to find out very shortly. Victor can't park the car, but we are going to get underway with 5 red lights, which, God, this has been moment in the making. For the first time, well, this is actually been, here we go. For the first time in Formula Virtual history, Season 6 history, 5 red lights, and we're green in Portimao. CPI Dry with a pretty good start off the line. Tristan getting a pretty good drag as well into turn 1. It is CPI Troy ahead of Tristan. Slightly better runs in the midfield. It's a slightly different story. Pink Eye Jack there fighting for position with Checo, Verify, and the QRT driver, sorry, having a little bit of fighting. Oliveira and Jack there having a little bit of scrappage going down into the hairpin now. Aston Martin got there close with the contact. Alfa Romeo there of Jacobo in the back there being pinched. Jetpack bar not having the best of starts. These two still fighting at it. We'll move our view back towards the front. Josh Tomo I'm fighting for position. Let me just turn on position gained. There we go. I'm a bit rusty, guys. There we go.
Fighting
I'm
Olivia
a bit
going
rusty.
side by side.
Here we
Through
go.
turning it, loses out to Margin as well with a half spin. So he's back down to 10th now. He got to get past Margin if he can. 3/10 is the gap so far. I've got a glitch delta, you have as well.
Sandstorm has
Jacobo and the Monster side by side as well as Jacko and Pink Guy. That's a 4-way fight now just for P11.
Oh, for wide!
Side by side.
For abreast.
Going down the main street, who's me? We get ahead of this.
Jacobo's got the better straight line speed.
He has got it with those softs. He stays ahead going to turn 1.
Yellow flag. Sandstorm on the main straight. Oliver gets a 3-second time penalty from upward track limit warnings in P5. That will come back to bite him in the later stages of the races. Pretty great start overall though from the front two, and Charlie as well. Why is my camera on the... There we go. I was about to say, that gap looks a lot bigger than it should be. Fraser Fishy, I think retaining position as well. Oliver having a pretty good start, up 3 positions, but our most position gained goes to the Monster in P12, up 5 positions. IRS Pink Eyes had a little bit of a stinker off the line, all the way down to P16, down 9 positions. But I will just start darting my eyes down the grid a little bit, and I don't know what's happening, why my camera keeps cutting to random places. But, okay, we're good now. I think it's cutting to the wrong car. CPR Troy, a 1:23.366 fastest lap with DRS enabled on lap 3. Lap 3 of 33 got 30 laps of racing left round Portimao, and it's all remaining pretty close for the time being. It's actually going to get quite interesting going towards DRS. Of course, CPI Troy has pulled away DRS from Tristan and Tristan from Charlie. But we've got a long DRS train here. Well, it's sort of 2 DRS trains, but you've got 2 really long DRS trains, which we're going to see some action at. Checo there, just getting past the Monster through the hairpin. It's not pulled off just yet, maybe down into Death Corner, as I call it. Well, Pain Corner. Most definitely, but it is the death corner for Portimao. Uphill traction can sometimes suck on the 2022 cars. A lot better, I will say, but you do still get the occasional spinner. TTL Jack on the QRT driver. I'm going to approach the main straight shortly.
It's Josh.
Sorry. Apologies. Approaching Josh Tomo. Going to go down the main straight with DRS. We're going to see, hopefully, some DRS action here from the DRS train. Any overtakes down the main straight. Oliver maybe on Fraser Fishy seems the most likely. Maybe needs a little more straight going side by side. Has got it done before braking.
Gets on the braking. Fraser is there, but he can't get past again. Not even in the turn 3.
Oh!
Bit of contact there. Josh Tomo was the one to pull away out of that, and Jack as well. It looks like he's got past Oliver going down the straight as well with DRS. So out of all that, Fraser losing 2 positions so far.
Oh, yellow flag. Jacobo, no, Ferrari, jetpack. Oh no, jetpack. He's gonna go. Is he gonna go test out how good of the car, how good the car is as a lawnmower as well? Jacobo can surely just give you his feedback. I don't think you needed to try it, but good on you. You need to let me know how that went, Jetpack. But the Monster Checo fighting it in the midfield. I'm gonna keep my eye on Oliver. What's wrong with telemetry?
Turn it on.
Okay, I get told to turn it off for the stream, but I will turn it on. For the TikTok, sorry, but I will turn it on.
Hoop and Callum's just said.
Yeah, I have seen, but I think I've given the TikTok people enough content. They can thrive off that. Oliver now down the main straight, gaining, actually not really gaining too much on Jack in front. Jack obviously got a little bit of setup and not even tire advantage, just setup advantage in general. And go to people near Jacobo, please. Why?
Fraser's
Oh,
just
Fraser
spawned as
Fishy!
well on the exit turn 4.
Oh,
So he's
got
gonna be dying. That's him dying in P17 now.
You want to see people near Jacobo? I will give you your Jacobo content. Here's your Jacobo content
They
running
want to see
P9
the
currently.
ERS levels.
Oh, smart.
And then I'll get. Yeah.
I mean, surely you guys can just look at the blinking lights. One thing I have just noticed, Callum, why aren't you driving Div 1? Anyway, back to the racing. Oliver and Jack still scrapping it out. I think that
gets on the inside.
Yeah, gets the move done. But these two, they're asking for verify now.
Josh Thomas put a 2.1 second gap.
I gave you a good look. Josh Tomo got some pace in the Alfa Romeo around here. I'm Div 2 driver now.
Yeah, Div 2 Alpha.
Did you get into Q3 and Div 1 at least? Like, you gotta, like, did you finally do it?
I'm not sure if he did.
Callum, you can't retire without getting Q3. The monster losing out on a position there to Checo, maybe? Former
Jacked on the inside, turn 7.
Oh, looking.
Almost.
Nope, doesn't do it. I mean, maybe he did it, and maybe I was looking at turn 8, but I don't know my corners.
Yeah, it was turn 7 when he tried to go for it. Didn't get it done though.
Yeah, this fight here in this sort of midfieldy chunk, you got about a 5 or so car battle. I'll say more. It's a 4 car battle. For P4, no P5. Sorry, I can't maths. But you got the nice helicam to demonstrate. But Oliver really pulling away through that U, but it's going to be Jack who's going to be pulling it down the straight with DRS enabled. Not much ERS left, so can't do anything too drastic, but nor does Oliver. Oliver's light is also blinking. But definite time gain down the straight, but nothing near close to make a move. The monster, what's happened to the monster?
Had a spin.
Oh,
Going into turn 2, it seems.
Spinella.
And Evan as well, getting a time penalty from track limits.
You want to look at B. Oliveira? Oliveira, lots of battery to play with a bunch of boys who don't have ERS to play with.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of ERS there for Oliveira and QRT driver. The QRT driver. I don't want to say QRT drivers if that's their name. Tyres, please. You want to look at the tyres? No one's pitted, so they are the same as they were before, but I'll give you a quick glimpse. There you go. Oh, Oliver, little bit of wobble. Let me go back. You had your look, Cooper. Cooper really just trying to steal everyone's data out here.
Okay, Margin
here we go. Yep. Margin, very close. Ooh,
almost Chaco.
Ran out of room.
Jacobo. Down turn 1, but goes wide in the exit. So into turn 3, he does stay ahead. Jacobo does. He does go for a move.
Oh, Alpine contact by the looks of it, but I don't know. There might be some front wing damage to the Alpine.
On the inside turn 5, getting past Jack.
Ooh, no, hasn't pulled it off. No.
Unfortunately. So going on turn 7, he doesn't get that move done. Even though he's within 2/10.
I'm convinced that Alpine. I'm convinced that Alpine has front wing damage, but knowing the durability of these Alpines and wow, God, what race was it? Saudi Arabia. That Alpine does not break. Especially ones with Verify in it. Verify had I think Verify went into the back of Jacobo, I think.
Yeah.
But
But no, I remember Saudi as well. That was
Saudi.
a crazy race. They didn't want to retire it. Like it crashed into the
Alpine.
wall and I was still there.
Yep, Alpine's car just lived forever.
Jacobo into the pits now.
Oh, first pit stop. What's
Off
it
the
going to be
soft one
on
with the
to?
tyres.
Is this going to be soft to mediums or soft to hard or what's he doing?
I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay, you can keep an eye on that and let me know what he's changing to while I keep my eyes on the fast cars, which
It
are
is
very hard to keep up with. It's hard. That's
Jack
what I
as well.
thought.
3-second time penalty.
Ooh, joining the 3-second time penalty club with Evan and Oliver.
Margin running closer
Running very close to Oliver. I've definitely got my eye on it, and I'm also have my eye on about 30 other people. What? Oh, Fraser Fisher, yeah, he spun. So I say, why is Fraser Fisher so far down? Oh,
that is
sandstorm
again.
Sounds like a sandstorm moment to me. I don't want to start something, but hashtag sandstorm moment.
What, you going to start another petition like you did last time? And
No, we don't talk about that race. It was in my it was in my commentator's clause that I cannot bring anything up about that race, or else I'm fired.
Jackson's the pits now as well.
Evan, Jack, let me know what they changed onto. As Oliver gets closer to margin.
Cards on for Jack as well as Evan. I'm acting like Ted Kravitz here, aren't I?
Yep.
So Martin Brundle and Ted Kravitz, that makes sense.
Or anti-Kravitz.
Yeah, I'm checking the penalty and I'm doing cool comms.
Does Ted Kravitz doesn't do co-comms? Oh, the Alpines are having a scrap. The Alpines are having a scrap.
No bias. No bias here.
Well, there's no bias. I am just stating the fact that the Alpines are due a scrap down the main straight.
Evan and Jacobo going side by side through turn 5. Jacobo staying ahead.
Yep. Onto those new hards. Gonna take some warming up. There we go. Very slippy, slidey. Fraser Fishy gains a position onto Monster. He's gonna make it stick.
Oliver's in, off the softs.
Yeah, everyone's already off the softs. Oliver now into the pit lane to get off them softs.
Monster.
Josh Tomo making moves into third after Tristan having a spin because there was yellow flags there.
Half spin or full spin?
Looks like a...
What was that?
I don't know. It wasn't a full spin, but definitely a stop at his tracks. He's now P4. Josh Tomo P3. No, Tristan, sorry, P5. Margin P4. Josh Tomo P3. Oliveira actually on the cusp there, but no avail. Checo also not so far behind.
Fraser, by the way.
Yeah, it's a monster.
Going on towards turn 1.
Oh, Tristan's gone again!
He's losing out rapidly here. He's gone.
How many lap old mediums are those?
10. He's been on since the start, so they shouldn't be that bad.
They shouldn't be too bad.
They should be decent round here.
Yeah. What is happening to Tristan's car? I'm
not too sure.
Maybe it's a setup thing. Maybe the tires might not.
Tire pressures.
Tire pressures, or it's a setup that relies very heavily on the tires being at a high percentage.
He's in the pits.
Yeah. Tire issue. Probably would benefit of pitting to hards here.
The Monster's in as well. The off those softs. He was the last one to pit off them.
Yep, onto hards as expected.
The Monster as well going onto hards. So they don't want to go onto mediums, otherwise they need to make 2-stop. Not too sure if that's a tire pressure thing. Oh, he's
Pro.
just spun out the pit lane. I think he might have just
Oh,
got tagged by Jack, actually.
what, side pod damage?
No, I think Tristan just got a slight tag from Jack going into turn 1, made him spin.
Oh.
As soon as, you know when they're going down the exit, I think when Jack was just taking the corner, he's just tagged him slightly.
Oliveira there getting past Checo very
Sandstorm,
nicely, I
another
must say.
spin.
Great overtake. So hashtag Sandstorm moment. Tristan's gone from he's gone P2 to P17 in the span of about 2 to 3 laps. Ferk is saying, trust the team, trust the process, just wait and see. But this is going to be some process.
That needs to happen.
Here we go,
When he gets
Checo
those
on the
hards
return. Got it done under braking. On the
Oliveira
hard
getting the
tyres,
switchback
gone
on.
wide though, switchback Oliveira done, but the switchback of the switchback. Nope,
Stay
not on.
ahead. Can you get him with the DOS now?
Maybe
turn
it's going to be
5.
tight. He's got to go for quite an ambiguous dive. That has been done. Space has been left. Is he going to make it stick? No, for Fraser Fisher's Oliveira, sorry, got him better drag out the corner. Is going to remain at little taps on the front wing. It's still side by side going up into death corner. Can't be too early on the throttle here. And it's still Checo who's in front. And it is going to... No! I thought that was battle over. Yes, it is. Checo keeps the position for now. Switchback. Probably most likely down the main straight. But yeah, at that point, it's not a switchback. Fire that commentator. What a commentator. I mean, I'm probably already fired. They probably already have told me that I'm fine, and I just haven't read the message.
It was probably because of what you said about Tristan.
It's probably because what I said about Baku. I mean, that race I shouldn't talk about.
Oh no, Tristan. Because you said
Well, no, I know what the chat's talking about, but I was on about, yeah, they probably already have fired me, as in, like, for a different reason. Show pit stops? Yes, I will momentarily.
One star from Oliver down to Monster. Sandstorm hasn't pit and he's still in last. That's just...
He got
moment.
Yeah, Ace, you were right, he got spun round coming out the pits, Tristan.
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, sadly. And oh hey Phil, yes you can look at tyres. Here you go.
That's my TP. I can't say anything bad now. TP's watching.
You were saying bad stuff before. Hey Phil, he was apparently.
No.
By him saying that means he was saying bad stuff before.
I haven't said anything yet.
Phil, when the VOD comes out, can you rewind? Thank you.
I've just said yet. I haven't said
Tomo
anything.
into the pits now.
Off the mediums.
Off the mediums. Bufferino Phil says he's watching.
Pit window's open.
Always watching. Pit window, yeah.
Open.
Pit window's open. But I thought it was a bit too early for the mediums.
Well, I did get word from Josh that like you can go 60% hards and the pace still feels good.
Yeah, but I don't like it. I don't really like it. Oh, out the pit lane, we got a little bit of a scrap here. Jack, Jetpack, and Oliver.
Oliver, yeah.
Oliver.
There's 3 of them.
Oh, little tap
Jetpack
maybe there with
out.
Jack.
Still going on the outside. Jetpack 3 stacking on that.
Oh. Jetpack. That penalty won't be helping. Oliver going to go down the inside. Oh, that's spun round. Ooh. Recovers it though. Nice 360. And now he's in a 5-car scrap. But he's going to be put right back to the back because of a relegation there. But let's get some views of this. This is lovely. Whoa, never mind. let's not say anything nice about things because then bad stuff starts to happen. Well, it was a lovely 5-car scrap. Martin's come into Margin, sorry, come into pit. Both the Hasses are now up near the front. Oh, CPI Troy
Pink.
spun
It's
out the
Troy,
pit
actually.
lane.
I didn't even notice any pit.
I think the drivers are putting the throttle on too early out the pit lane and spinning. They don't realise how
Yeah.
cold the tyres are.
I didn't even realise how far ahead Troy was. I mean, when he pit, he's only come out 6th. Like, that's just the speed he has.
What?
That he's pit from first and he's only out 6th.
Yeah,
And he's barely
I
lost out.
mean, it's not bad. I know that is pretty good from him. The spin definitely didn't help, sadly, but it's still doable. And everyone else, I think, in front of him still needs to pit anyway off those hards.
Yeah, everyone does.
But it is the reserve driver for Mercedes of FRL, Charlie, with 3-second penalty, which is, even if applied, he is still currently in the lead of this Grand Prix until lap 17 of 33. Doing a pretty good job on the debut race, I assume. Checo, also known as ex-Carlos Sainz, doing pretty well for himself, currently P2, but of course you got to consider the fact that all these drivers are on the hard compounds and have not pitted yet. The two Alpines, Victor and Verify, up in there, 3, 3 and 4, which, just like the sprint race, will probably be ruined. IRS Pink Eye and Troy doing bits as well for the Haas team. Haas team principal, I believe, Jaffa Cake.
Yeah, Joe still.
Honestly, looking for another great season. After the success of the last one,
so far.
it is looking good so far. First race don't mean anything. Don't mean, of course,
another
every point matters for Oliver. They're a bit sloppy with it now, I argue, but definitely needs to tie on up. You don't want more mistakes like that. But yeah, Haas after success for another season. Of course, first race doesn't mean everything, although every point does matter. Early points are definitely the points to be getting.
Position there.
But they're the hardest to get. Who was this? Sorry?
Margin. I think he might have had a half spin through turn 9.
The gaps have started to spread out at long last. But we have a little bit of a 3-car battle. Jetpack, 5-second time penalty, ignoring yellow flag. Sandstorm, 3-second time penalty for corner cutting.
I think he's giving up on this race, to be honest. He is 14 seconds behind the monster and has not pit yet.
Hey, can we see the stops?
Of
course. Let me show you the stops. He has not
Unless
pitted
he pit
yet.
on lap 1.
He hasn't pitted yet.
Yeah.
And there is Margin. I think continuing the lead. I don't think he made an overtake there. No, he did down the main straight. He did on Jetpack half spin. But actually, it wasn't actually too bad.
Oh, they kept it.
Well, he kept it. Definitely time lost there, but it was nothing major.
Justin Jacobo going side by side down towards turn 5. Down the inside, does he make it stick? Or is Jacobo still there? Looks like Jacobo might have had the better exit.
It's going to be into the hair, well, wide hairpin. Tristan taking a really wide line, Jacobo. I'm taking the tighter line of exit, and it's Tristan with better traction out the corner and a better exit, more speed out the corner. The Alpines are going to be, one of the Alpines is going to be voted to P2 as the other one pits, Verify. Most likely will be pitting next lap by that logic. I think I would like to know how Verify works.
Fraser's in. Oh, he's gone long on those mediums as well. Some of the hard runners pitting now. Fraser, he's gone 18 laps on the mediums.
Damn. Yeah, see, that's where I think now is a good time to be pitting off the mediums.
Yeah, and then Hard's lap 24 maybe, I'd say. If you can make it last that long.
What do you mean? Pit onto hards? At lap 24?
Off the hards.
Why pit off the hards?
On lap 24 for the hard runners. Contact between the monster and Fraser Fisher at the pits.
Oh, that pit lane.
As I was saying,
very
pit off the hards if you haven't stopped yet.
Okay, yeah. Pit lane
But
is very poorly placed here. You got to be very aware as you go down
yeah,
through the first corner. Maybe some note maybe needed to be put out to make sure the drivers were aware, but
yeah.
that is
I was gonna say before, by the way, FL Charlie, this is not his debut in FV. He raced in
probably
season
not.
2.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean his FV debut. I mean his
Yeah.
reserve debut.
Yeah, I was told earlier that he raced in season 2, and then, like, rage quit a race, I'm not sure.
Charlie.
Oh, hello, Matty! Matty!
Oh, he's back.
It's Matty.
You can't leave
Only
me
took this
alone,
time.
or you do leave me alone, actually. But you leave me alone when it's important, Matthew. Anyway, yes, that is FRL Charlie. I don't know if you know him, but please, if you do know him, elaborate. Because I don't know who he is. That was Verify who pitted quite recently. Work shift finished at 9:30. Sorry, it's alright, man. Don't worry. I was only joking about. You know me. I'm never actually serious when I start yelling.
He said, and then he said he would get home by 9:25.
No, he's alright. Anyway, energize. What do you mean energize? I've been pretty energized, thank you very much. I changed the tone when you joined for comedic effects.
Charlie's out in head.
He's fast, by the way. I've commentated over him once. He's a reserve driver apparently. CPI Troyer though has done fastest lap. I didn't quite catch it. Never mind. Checo 1:19.541. Charlie's in front. What do you mean in front?
He's got in front of Troy.
Oh, pit stops like undercuts. Yes, he has actually done that. Can I see the stops again? Yeah, again. No, Callum, you can't.
That's
you can if you can read it for about 3 seconds. Yeah. That was very easy to read. Jacobo, 3 second time penalty for multiple track limit warnings. As to be expected. Amen, now be energetic and stop sending the crap. I can't say that word on Twitch. And secondly, I'm not. It's called... Forget it.
Justin and Jacobo going side by side again.
This is not the first time?
P13. No.
Ooh, yes.
Do you not remember
P13.
But it's P13 at one place outside the points.
Oh,
so if they're being
I forget
smart,
you guys go to P12 now. I was about to say, ooh,
yeah.
P13.
Yeah,
sarcastically,
but if they're being smart, they're going to try to work together, get closer to Pink Eye and all.
Slingshot, probably, is the strat. Yeah. Slingshot strategy. Victor looking for a move on TTL Jack down the main straight. DRS is going to be open. Not much factory to work with. But has been absolutely done down the straight with miles to spare into turn 1 with excruciating pace. Victor getting that move done. Oh, Checo! No, that's not Checo. Who is that? That's a Red Bull.
It's not Checo. It's Sandstorm.
It's Sandstorm.
It's Sandstorm being lapped.
What's Sandstorm doing? That's a hashtag Sandstorm moment right there. But having to he's been spinning out on that turn quite a lot, putting the throttle down maybe a bit too early there. That's like secondary death corner. So definitely like something he might need to work on if we ever do come back to Portimao. Definitely not this season. 10 laps to go.
And Oliver, that's 9 seconds now?
That's 9 seconds, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Sandstorm said earlier, first time using medium traction in the wet, I think he normally uses full, but you can't use it in Div 1.
Matty just said Sandstorms and washed for real. His comment, not mine. Checo.
You said it earlier.
India. No, I said hashtag Sandstorm moment. That wasn't me calling him washed. Checo also known as ex-qualifying.
Josh off there.
Josh not gonna let it go so easy. He sort of let it go there. Checo P3, ex Carlos Hines. P3. I mean, if that is
Oh, a little
Carlos
bit.
Hines,
There's
it's to be
contact
expected.
there. Wheel banging.
Yeah, there is a little bit of shenanigans
Tristan,
going
three
on there,
second.
Yep. You're steps ahead of me, my friend. You're like,
Maddie. Damn,
I'm
that's my comment.
damn right that it's my comment.
Yes, you can now own it. Cameron said nothing.
Josh Tomo, I assume, yeah, we're approaching the main straight shortly. Some stuff to do here. Fraser Fishy to Monster, scrapping near the back. Fraser Fishy, making that overtake there. All of them making for a move on Evan, possibly down the main straight. But we'll keep an eye on Josh. Actually, Josh is being gapped a little bit here down the straight. He's got a little. Checo has no battery, but Josh has a little bit more to work with. But it's not going to be enough to get a move done at this rate. What's happened to Evan? Evan's on the grass.
He got a spin, it seems.
The other Williams car.
He's going to lose out to Jacobo and Ids here.
He's going to lose out definitely down the main straight. Just hasn't got the acceleration in the car. Doesn't have the momentum to keep that car going. Ids keeping it right up behind Jacobo. Not going to let this one go too easy, but they might need to wait for another opportunity. Yellow flag, sector 1.
Spin.
That is, please tell me that's Sandstorm.
It is.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh God, Matty's spelling column in the chat. And he's just said amen.
We don't need times 8. I can go do that later for you if you would like me to.
I'm just taking a general look around the grid. Just seeing what's happening. It's definitely not letting Jacobo go. I'm going to keep my eye here. The grid's spaced out. We're in the last sort of few laps now. Sandstorm is so washed. That is once again Matthew's comment, not mine. It's
far in the
probably
back
going to be
going down towards turn 1.
Yeah.
Has he got the overspeed?
Who's this?
2 tenths. Verify.
Oh, verify. Okay.
Doesn't have the overspeed on him.
Nope.
Jack, a 3 second. Evan. Ids.
Oh, here we go.
We're going down towards turn 1. Who's going to have the overspeed? It looks like Ids has got it so far. Can Evan get past as well? He's going to have to sit behind.
Nope.
Jacobo coming back down the inside. Hasn't got it
Oh,
down.
blocking off that Williams. Well, not like illegally blocking it off, but like right in front of it. Like literally going the exact same speed. If one was going slightly faster, it would have been contact.
They're fighting for
Jacobo dive down the inside. Quite late.
Sending Ids off.
Yeah.
Josh, 3 second here.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt if he does pass Chaco.
It's gonna hurt even if he doesn't. Victor's very close behind. Victor like rapidly closing that gap actually. Can we have where's Sandstorm on the track? Can we have Sandstorm watch?
About to be lapped by the monster.
But where, like, on the track? Like, whereabouts?
Ahead of the monster.
Track geography. Like, where is he? What corner?
Turn 14.
Turn 4. What sector?
you don't know what this is.
What sector? Sector 3. Okay, keep an eye on him going into sector 1. We need to have Sandstorm watch. I'm leaving now because I'm sleeping. Adios. Hashtag Sandstorm washed.
But he's about to be lapped by the monster, which he has been. So if he gets lapped by one more, he's lapped by the entire grid. And he's last. By 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Penalties, please? Of course, Buffalo Phil. All you need to do is ask. There you go. I'm just watching Margin as he is approaching Jack and Verify not too far behind. Could be a battle down the DRS main straight.
Jack is a 6 second. That would drop into P9 at the moment.
Yep. I
That
do
would be
this
hurting him massively.
before this DRS battle ensues. Fraser Fishy down the most places, P16, lost 12. Checo up 9,
Jeez.
but this battle down the main straight about to ensue between
Margin on the
Margin and
back,
Jack.
Jack.
Jack
Oh,
gonna...
has no EOS.
Yeah, there's no ERS
Switch back
for
on,
either of these
doesn't get it.
drivers.
Ooh,
Ooh,
jumping that curb massively.
that was lag, I think.
He jumped the entry curb as well.
Well, yeah, but I think the lag made it look worse than it actually was. It's on Jacobo. These two stuck together like glue, it seems. Evan also not too far behind with these two usually. Sandstorm watching to sector 1. He's lived the corner.
He's lived an entire lap with no spins.
Oh, it's a little bit of struggle there out of the hairpin.
Loses out to Evan as well.
Gonna lose out to Evan on acceleration means. Oliver with like 9 or 12 seconds of penalties, approaching the back of Oliveira, which even if the overtake does happen, it's gonna promote him far, far down the grid. It's gonna be
demote him to P15 maybe?
Glad someone could do
No,
that.
can't be that far.
Margin down the main straight
P15
behind
maybe?
Jack. Could this be the move? Very, very quick dive. Gonna take it off the track. It's gonna, I think it's an illegal position gain because he definitely hit the brakes there. Is gonna go still down the back, maybe move through a dive down the hairpin with the DRS advantage to take an inside line through the hairpin. There's no contact, very close. Oh, I saw that coming from miles away.
It's not Ed, sorry, it's Margin. Jack.
Yeah.
Jack, I think Jack has tried to reset the track and has reset him in the gravel. I think you just barely caught that on stream as well.
It's the scissor. It was the scissor motion. As soon as I saw those two cars closing and the way the car was being pinched,
10
I did not tear. That's a bit harsh. But I didn't like how the two cars.
Off track for like 5 seconds. Why can that be a 10-second?
You had the rear of one car like pinching the front wing and the front of the other. And I just saw that going exactly like that in my head. I don't know how else that would have played out.
17.
On lap 29 as well. You don't want to see it, but these things happen.
Yeah, Aids is also closing in the back of this battle for P11. It's closing back in. Fraser is there.
Here we go. Evan,
this might
maybe.
be a 4-way for the final 2 points positions.
I doubt. It needs to get a little bit closer.
Jacobo and Evan have penalties though.
Oh, okay, yeah, the penalties, of course, yeah, they'll play into it, but... I was looking at gaps on track. Aside from that, it's been pretty clean racing since I've been watching. Yeah, it's just...
Other than a little bit of wheel banging, I think it's just been perfect clean.
Yeah, the racing standards are great.
Oliver.
It's just, in that specific incident, I saw that exactly, like in my brain's third eye, I knew that was going to happen.
Coming from a mile away.
If it didn't happen, if it was like a second later, I would have said, I don't like how this is looking, and then it would have happened, and I think that would have just been worse. But...
That would be commentator's curse.
Yeah, but the fact I already knew it was going to happen is sort of commentator's curse within itself. But here we go.
So both them with olive in the name. That might get a bit confusing.
The olive jars the olives in the olive jar having a little bit of a battle, and the green olive is superior.
Fraser Fisher getting past Eds, going down the straight. Can you keep the position? They're basically side by side here.
Here we go, into turn 1.
Stays ahead. Yeah, if he's on the turn 1, he does stay ahead. They're basically side by side through all of that. So at the moment, ignoring blue flag for Margin.
Imagine,
He's
that's like
getting
another
lapped
penalty.
by... He's getting lapped by Charlie here, and he's not giving up.
I think he needs to. He'll get more and more penalties for ignoring the blue flag.
But he has... Did he pit?
It's lap 31, and as Charlie has
He
just
did
crossed the
pit.
line, Sandstorm gets
Sandstorm,
another 3-second penalty.
9 seconds now. And...
Oh, who is that? That's Oliver!
That's Oliver. Oliver's a
Got a
spin. That's him
re-entry of the
going to be down to
track.
P9, I think. P10.
Oh,
he's on another spin there.
Careful, careful. Don't give it too much throttle. Oh, this is... I don't like how this looks.
P14. Going to be maybe down P15 if the monster closes in.
Can't put down the throttle
from
too
a really
hard.
good running in P7, sorry. He's down to P14.
Yeah.
And he's in the pits as well.
Wing
So
damage.
that's him going to... Yeah, he's going to be down to... Don't think it'll be P16, it might be though.
Alpine.
P17.
I will say, Alpine got a lot of
very well.
Alpine got a lot of smack at the start of the stream, but Alpine running 5 and 6, probably getting the most points out of any constructor in this race.
Yeah, it seems it. Jack, fastest lap on the softs.
Oh, of course, Phil. There you go. Penultimate lap, and then we will... Phil, has the interview format changed? I know you're not an admin anymore, but have they made an announcement on that? Oh, that's the wrong one.
Interviews by any chance?
Oh, no, yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking if there's been any changes to the interview format.
I've seen nothing.
Is it top first, top 3, or whatever I want to do, if I do it or if I don't do it? However I feel it. Can I interview the bottom 3 instead of the top 3? Can I interview the midfield? Can I interview
Do you want to interview
Buffrino Phil? Can I interview anyone? Can I interview Paranoid? Whoever I feel like interviewing.
Would you like to interview Sandstorm?
No, I was just saying random names. Oh,
okay.
Checo!
No, not Jacko. He was running so well.
No, he's lost out on point. He's got to put the throttle down.
He's still within 3 seconds of Josh, though, so he could get it back.
Yeah, he's still got a pretty good gap, but he's got 1 lap to do it. And with Victor not too far behind, and
Josh has 3 seconds.
And a fleeting battery. Victor actually has a little bit more battery than Checo and Josh. So definitely can get some bits done down the straight.
One again?
Oh, I think I know who that is. It's a Red Bull.
Charlie, it's another 3 seconds, so he's going to be losing this win here.
Oh, CPI Troy could take it.
Unless there was a mistake.
And the penalty gets removed, or Troy just suddenly spontaneously combusts.
Not sure.
But it is the last lap.
It looks like. Yeah, it looks like Josh is going to lose out to P5 here as well.
Yeah, Josh is going to lose out.
That's margin as well. He's going off track. He's
10-second time penalty again.
He's going to be on limits of disqualification here, but if I'm right, those 10 seconds should be removed.
Oh yeah, but
because they're mostly unfair.
It is nearly time. I have to, by contractual obligation, I have to pan over to the winner of the race, Charlie. Great first driver of the season as a reserve driver for Mercedes. Hopefully see him more, but he takes the checkered flag to win in Portimao. Congratulations.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he doesn't. He wins on track, but because of time penalties, CPI Troye wins in Portimao. I got you with the bait 1-2 switch. Josh Thomas takes P3 on track, but it's going to be Checo taking P3, Victor P4. Josh Tomo going to be taking P5. Yep. P5. Verify going to be taking P6 for Alpine. Alpine with a pretty good race. Oliveira P7. IRS Pink Eye P8. Tristan, pretty good comeback drive. Started P2.
Yeah.
If it could have manifested, it would have been great. But from like first to last to midfield, pretty good recovery drive. P9 for Tristan, P10 for Fraser Fishy, P11 for Ids, P12 for Evan, P13 for the Monster, P14 for Jacobo,
Jack by 95,000.
P15 for Jackpack, P16 for Oliver, P17 for Jack, P18 for Margin, and P19 for Sandstorm. Margin just losing out. Tristan, I'll do an interview if you wish. No, I think Aston Martin dead.
Nice guy.
I have to stick to the top three. It's kind of standard. I was joking about the whole interviewing people, whoever I want to interview, but I got to interview the winner and the podium finishers. But I also got to remember not to skip the podium celebration. But CPI Troye kicks season 1 off with a bang and hits the gritty. I forgot that's in the game. Hits the gritty on the podium to claim the first of maybe many wins of the season. Could we see another domination from Haas? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. It's the first race of the season and anything can happen from here. And of course, Checo and Charlie on the podium as well. Great race. We'll just do a quick recap of the grid, and if you want to add the top 3 into the party, Ace, you can. CPI Troy takes P1 for Haas in the first race of the season, displaying that dominance still there. Charlie, on a brilliant reserve drive, takes P2, and Checo takes P3. Victor P4. Josh Tomo P5, Verified P6, Oliveira P7, IRS Pinkeye P8, Tristan P9, Fraser Fishy P10, Id P11, Evan P12, The Monster P13, Jacobo P14, Jackpack Bar P15, Oliver P16, Jack P17, Margin P18, and Sandstorm P19. Whew. I believe someone joined. I think Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
It is Charlie Finale.
Hello.
Hello. We'll just give the other two a moment to join if they do wish.
Checo is not answered yet.
Great
I
possibility.
don't know about him.
They don't
Troy is joining.
Have I spoken to Troy? I think I have.
I have. I remember talking to him, I'm pretty sure. But I don't think you have yet.
I must have talked to him.
I don't remember you talking to him. Maybe you have, I'm not sure.
Did he win in Australia? I don't know. Maybe.
Australia? I don't know.
Because I remember commentating Australia, Saudi Arabia, that race.
Australia. Results from Australia on the app.
Oh.
Sorry, not on the app, in the server.
Strange.
So you're most likely gonna have to ask.
That's fine. Hey, Troy. Welcome. We'll just give Checo a minute.
Checo wasn't answered. I'll invite him to the party, but I don't think he's answered yet.
Okay, just add him.
Yeah.
And have you pinged him? And I assume you pinged him
Yeah,
first,
I did ping
and
him.
then usually I add and then ping, but. See, I told you, you always add them first. Anyway, okay, now everyone's here. Hey, Checo. Okay. Speaking of Checo, we're going to start with you. Hello, Checo.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. It's just kind of a messy race there.
I can't hear him,
but yeah.
so I have no idea what he's saying.
You can't hear
I can
him?
hear him.
I can hear him too.
Yeah,
I
same.
think I can hear him now.
Maybe it's just you.
He's not talking for me.
Well, he's not talking now, because we're talking.
Volume, maybe.
You guys hear me now?
Yeah. I can.
Same.
If he's just talked to us.
Okay, let's go on with the interview.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. I'll try not to hold you guys for too long. Checo, pretty good race from you. I mean, I think it was. Where did you qualify again? I don't think it was. I think
I
that's
qualified P12.
P12. God,
Oh, wow.
I was saying P7. I was gonna say somewhere around P7, but no. Wow, you really did have a good drive then. P12 to P3. Well, P4 on track, but P3 on penalties. Pretty flawless race. I mean, other than, of course, you had a little bit of a spin on the penultimate lap. Wasn't too major, didn't lose you the race, but must have been a little bit scary, I would imagine.
Yeah, starting P12 was kind of scary as well. I mean, I had everybody back there starting on soft tires, and it was a bit difficult to get around everybody. So, I mean, just had to be patient. A lot of cars everywhere, pretty much. It was kind of tricky to get through, but yeah, not where we deserve to start. But I feel like if we had a better starting position, we'd have a chance. Maybe for P2, or I think the pace was there, honestly. With the car, I thought we had a chance to maybe win if the qualifying position was there, but yeah, it was a good comeback though.
Yeah, it was a really good drive. I mean, there were some great drives for some other people as well, but I mean, any personal highlights for you in that race? I mean, yeah, you said starting P12 pretty scary, but
Yeah, there's some overtakes I made. I kind of that was some nice overtakes that I made there in the race, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, first race of the season and securing a P3. I would say that the early points matter. I mean, all the points matter, but the early ones, I think, especially if you can snag them, then it's usually good bodings. Do you think you can put out this performance across the whole season, or do you think it was a little bit of a fluke?
I think there will be some races where we have some bad races, because some may not be my favorites, but I think we can carry this performance through majority of the races. But yeah, we'll just group next week and try to go back at it.
Amen. Ace, any questions?
I've honestly not been focusing on what's been said, so I don't have any.
Wow. Okay.
No, my mind's just gone off.
Wow. Fair enough. I mean, commentating's not easy. Well, Checo, any final words from you?
No, that...
Okay. Well, congrats on the P3. Hopefully we will see you up here more in the season. All the best for next weekend, and yeah. Congrats.
Thanks, guys.
You're free to go. Next, I believe we have Oliver. Oliver, you're a reserve driver for Mercedes. Charlie. Sorry, that's it. Charlie, you're a reserve driver for Mercedes. Is that correct?
I am a reserve, but we do plan on moving me up to the full-time drive, because that is what we originally had planned, but timing was a bit of an issue at first, but it's been sorted now.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're putting in some good pace. I'm surprised they stuck you in a reserve seat.
Yeah, well, we as long as Rick's like happy with going down to reserve, then we're fine. That's what Adam wants to do as well, because that is what we originally had planned.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying on the stream, Rick's quite a hard man to replace, so... And I mean, you definitely showed you have pace, and I mean, if you can crank that out in all the races this season, I'm sure Mercedes will be fine to stick you in a full-time seat.
Yeah. Usually this wouldn't be a track that I'd enjoy, because I've not had the greatest memories on this track. I've spun out in turn 1 whilst leading before. I hadn't raced on this track once before today. I just got on there for like the first time after a few days, so I'm surprised I even had pace in my mind, so yeah.
Wow. I still don't like understand how people can just like do one lap and be like, okay, I'm ready to race this thing. It's something I personally can't comprehend, but that's I can barely drive the car in the first place. But no, I mean, pretty good race. You qualified quite well. Stuck it out pretty well as well. And I mean, P2 is nothing to wave a stick at. It's decent points, and Mercedes will be quite happy. And with the other Mercedes driver, the Monster, who we know can put in a good performance as well. Hopefully, Mercedes will be up there in the championship battle. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm happy and I'm disappointed with the result because qualifying I was a bit upset that it was raining because I hadn't done any practice in the rain. So
Yeah.
I was thinking it would be a dry race, and yeah, because usually my 1 lap pace isn't that great on this game compared to the last game. So really it's like qualified pace I'm usually quite bad at, but race pace I can do very good with. But the race was just all over the place because I got penalties, obviously. One of them, I don't even know how to question it, because the last lap, you had lapped cars ahead of me going off all over the place, and then in turn 1, you had a Red Bull decide to come back onto the track when I'm on the racing line and he's about to hit me, so I have to take avoidant action, and then he makes me go off the track and I get a penalty, which I'm frustrated with, because I even had a lap car in my... Yeah, and I even had a lap car in my way, like, for the last few laps, which was Martin, I believe. Like, although he pulled away, but he really should have moved out of the way from me, because he made me lose about 5 to 6 tenths.
I think, maybe something to have words with stewards about, the submitter report or something if you have the footage, but no, I do remember that. I mean, you did finish first on track, but
yeah, but that's mainly because that's mainly because you had Troy spin out, obviously, on his way out of the pit lane.
Yeah, a lot of people spinning out the pit lane though, so it was a common issue.
There was at least 3.
Yeah. Well, Ace, any questions?
If you didn't have those penalties, would you have pushed on even harder? If you only had one of those 3 stacks?
I was going the max push already, just trying to build the gap even, so I could have probably won it, but I would not have pushed anymore, I reckon, because I was taking quite a lot of risks already.
And you didn't want to end up with more penalties.
Yeah,
if you had only like 1, it would have been easier for you.
Yeah, it would have been
easier.
easier.
In a way.
Yeah, it would have been easier, but I had no battery to use since I decided to use it all for a fast lap that was never worth it now in the end, because you had other people take it.
Is that all from you, Ace?
That's all I have for now.
Any comments from yourself?
Good vids from you, definitely. That's also.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, Charlie. Oh, God, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Thank you, Charlie. Congrats on the P2. Unluckily losing it out on penalties, but P2 is nothing to ever stick out, as I said, so congrats. You're free to go.
Thank you, and thank you guys for commenting as well.
Anytime, it's not like it's my job. Troy. Hello, Troy. You're no stranger to the highest step on the podium, are you? First of all, congratulations. How do you felt that race went for you?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. It was a bit up and down. I was about to throw the race win away at one point, but I don't know. I recovered pretty well, and I got a bit worried because when I saw Charlie get out in front of me and he pulled like a 1 second gap on the mediums when he got into temperature with them, I was like, oh shit, here we go. But then like after like 5-6 laps, I felt like I could keep up with the pace at least and keep the gap the same basically. And then I felt I had a chance at it as long as I didn't make any crucial mistake like spinning again or getting a penalty or whatever. But yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun like kind of testing out my mentality in a bit, because I spun around and both guys in the party thought it was over after that, but yeah, I just kept going, and I straight away like told myself like I can still do this if I just get on with it. It got close, but it was fun for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely. Of course, you had your spin out the pit lane and all that stuff, and you got thrown a lot of hurdles, and you definitely overcame those today. And of course, it was down on penalties, which may or may not be removed depending on stewarding decisions, etc., etc. But for now, you are the race winner. I mean, you qualified. Where did you qualify again? I think it was P2, but I might be wrong. Pole?
First, yeah.
Pole, okay. You qualified on pole, so I mean, I wouldn't say it was guaranteed, but we know what your performances can do, of course, as the reigning champion. I assume you're looking to defend your title, as anyone would. And Haas, obviously, trying to defend its constructors. Do you feel, as you yourself as a driver and your constructor team, Haas, do you feel like you can put in the same performance you did last season?
Yeah, I think so, to be honest. Me and Pinkai were driving pretty good, like individually and together. And now we got a good engineer as well in the party, just helping us out slightly.
That's
giving
good,
us some information, which is good. So
yeah,
I don't know, like I want to win everything. Like I don't want.
Who
like,
doesn't?
I just don't want myself to be a winner. I want like the whole team. So I want the tier 2 lads, everyone. I want everyone, even if I'm not even racing there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Amen. Yeah. I mean, what else could I say? Reigning champion, and it shows. Ace, you got any questions?
When you spun, was that because of Pink Guy or just yourself?
Yeah, no. It wasn't like actual like contact between the cars. I would say it was because of Pink Guy, but it was still my fault because I came out right in front of the guy and I was on cold tires. So I was very worried about Pink Guy because I didn't want to hold him up on his stint and whatever. So I was like looking behind me and almost focusing, like putting like 70% of my focus on Pink Guy, not to ruin his race. So I kind of forgot where I was driving and just spun around basically. So that could have ended a lot worse if we collided after my spin as well. But yeah, nothing major happened still. But yeah, it was because of Pink Guy, but it was my fault. It wasn't his fault at all.
That's it from you, Ace, right?
Well, yeah, like, starting the season off for the win already. Is it going to be a repeat of last season, just storming away with it, or do you think there's going to be more battles?
Listen.
Oh, God.
You can make a TikTok of this one, okay?
Yay!
Troye will become champion of Season 6. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Oh, wow! He dropped the mic on us.
Wow.
I'll bring the fight to him. I will bring the fight to him.
Oh, we got some fighting talk. Fighting talk in the first race of the season. Wow. Right.
And he's
just gone. He said he wants it to be known. Wow. I am at a loss of words. Well,
I wasn't ready for that.
It's been a pretty good race, and that's just topped it all off, really, hasn't it?
Well, other than the fact that you kept calling him Wash because of Manny.
What?
Sandstorm.
I didn't call anyone. I didn't say anything about Sandstorm. Anyway,
read Manny's comments
it was a good race. Join us next week. I think that's next week. Yeah, that is next week. Join us next week for Mexico, which is a sprint race, by the way, so a slightly longer shift by me. But it should be an interesting race. Mexico, good track. And also, yes, it's a bit out of order because we mixed everything up. But yes, Mexico, good track. Join us then for a very intense race now after the comments made today. I've been me, you've all been you. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next week. Good day, good evening, and good night.